at Live Eye maybe pay that could rebuild, put it back together?
That's entirely possible, Kevin, because there's people who know how to use tools here, and there's plenty of them. I've got Yvonne Tremblay here with me. She's with Foodland Ontario. You're doing cooking demos this weekend, and apples are now in season, so we're going to make a great recipe that you've created. What's in here? We've got butter.
Okay, we've got some butter, and
Yes.
you can actually make the topping for our cheesecake stuffed apples, which I'm going to show you how to make. So we'll get her cooking, and melted the butter. This is just chopped up apple that we've taken out of the center of the apples, and we're going to add some Ontario maple syrup to that as well. So
you're
really
talking
nice
about all of my
flavors.
favorite things. Okay, and
So
then what have you got there?
Yeah, I've got a nice apple here. We're going to use baking apples, so we're going to stuff the apple, and I like to use a Golden Delicious apples. You'll see those in the stores right now, and there's another one there we've got is a Sweet Sunrise apple.
Which one is the Sweet Sunrise?
The one that looks more red, so it has more sunrise going on.
And is this a fairly new variety of apple?
Yes, it is. It was originally developed in BC, but it grows very well in Ontario. So.
And will this be a good baking apple as well?
Yes, absolutely. It's a cross between a Mac and a Golden Delicious. So it has kind of the best of both apples.
There are so many kinds of apples, Yvonne. I can't keep up because every time I go to the farmer's market, it's you know the Honeycrisp was the darling of apples
and
for so long.
And it's great to go pick your own as well. It's a thing that I do every fall, just absolutely. And you can look up different places that you can pick them as well. So I've got my apple, and basically just show you, I'm going to trim off the top of it, and then I take a spoon. I just take a spoon and I go
how you
around.
Get the core out.
Yep, I go around and I just go and I leave about a third or a quarter of an inch approximately. You don't want to go too far because you don't want to break through the apple. You're making a little cup out of it, and then you just wedge out the apple pieces, right? And then eventually you go in and you just pull the core. You chop up the apple and do what you're doing here. Let's turn that on high.
So you would cook this for a few minutes just so it kind of starts to break down?
What you do is cook it for about 5 minutes so the apples soften, and you get a little bit of a sauce going there with the butter and the maple syrup. So here's one of the apples that I've already hollowed out.
Perfect.
And depending on the size of the apple, I like to start with a fairly large apple because then you get a little bit more filling in it.
And then this is a cheesecake filling?
Basically blended some cream cheese with a bit of sugar, vanilla, and egg, and put a bit of sour cream in it.
So we're almost done, Yvonne, so we'll just get you to put that in there. We'll top it with some cooked apples that you already have.
Well, this goes into the oven and bakes, and then here's our finished apple with your apples on top, and then we just drizzle it with a little bit of additional
And there you go. And you're going to be doing these demos all weekend long at the Toronto Fall Home Show. Thank you so much, Yvonne. Really appreciate it. We're taking a quick break here on BT. Back with a lot more after this.